Happy New Year, everybody! This month I'm traveling to Texas to play with a band called Adversity Breeds Malice. It's their CD release show, and they're playing this festival called NoodleFest3. I recorded drums for that EP right after Summer Slaughter, and I was very in tune with my death metal drumming at the time, so it was perfect for this record. Lots of blast beats, lots of double bass. Luckily for me, I have my old sessions from when I recorded the drums for this a year and a half ago that I opened up, and I still have a lot of my notes in there for different sections that have different things that I knew I wanted to hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up those Pro Tools sessions, play along, and I'll explain what I wrote, why I wrote it, and to kind of help give a reference of what you can do if you're learning material quickly or just for recording. I tend to use the same approach to recording material and learning material now, where I just throw it into Pro Tools and put a click track on it and mark down sections like that. Right now it's January 11th. The show is next weekend on Saturday, so I've got a little over a week to finalize my playing for this show. So let's get started. I'm going to play through some of these parts.
Nope. Nope. Wrong again.
Alright, so the first song I want to break down is called The Breeding. So originally when I was sent this song, I was just sent this guitar profile. So I listened to that a bunch of times, and then I just wrote these notes in here, things I knew I wanted to hit, and then grooves that I knew I kind of wanted to have the same feel of. Here I've got this upbeat thing, which just means like an upbeat drum pattern, right? And then I have this next part coming up here, where I wanted to match these bass fills, right? So matching the bass fills, it's just dotted eighth notes, right? So and matching those with the stack, right? The hits. Sometimes if that's a more difficult figure, if I'm recording something else, I'll write in the subdivisions. But since this is just one triplet, two triplet, no need to really write that in. I can remember that. So just left it as hits. And then this whole chug section, pretty cool. I have it written out here as 3-4-4-4, 3-4-5-4. If I were to write it long, it would just be a bar of 7 and then a bar of 4. 2 bars of 4 here, right? This part here where I actually did write in the count because I kept messing it up when I was recording it. So it's just 1, 2, and 3. I just got done with my Monday rehearsal, running through all the songs. I feel really good about them, but I feel like having those 2 days off really kind of helped me mentally just reevaluate what I was doing in the songs. I feel like it's good to take a break sometimes to kind of mentally think about what you're going to be playing. And this is for learning songs, technique, stuff like that, just to really reinforce it. 3 things I really want to work on tomorrow is my posture during my heel-toe playing. My back scrunches forward a lot. I'm going to try and work on that. Stretch. Posture. Hit shit hard. I start out with this stupid drum fill that took me forever to remember how to play. So after that part, I just have match shirt. That's just because this is a whole syncopated section, right? And then the next spot in here is just halftime, right? Just wanted it to be free flowing, so I just wrote halftime, and then it's mostly improvised with a couple of fills and stuff like that. Next spot, double bass. This is where it starts to pick up intensity again. I must have been feeling it here because I went to triplets. And then it's back to the same halftime thing. And then hit right here because there's a hit. And then hit ring out because You hit it, and then you let it ring out. And then you see this right here, TBDM, that stands for, the Black Dahlia Murder. So I just put on my best Alan Cassidy hat and tried to play a pattern that I thought was appropriate. Then we've got this slam. And then apparently build up to another slam, because there is another slam. And tempo change, right? So this is just another part where the kicks are matching the guitar parts, right? This is where I get into some creative marker titles. Prog Noodle, and then the bro down chorus. Tempo change, going to the bro down. This is a straight Mike Portnoy ripoff right there. I have no shame, straight Mike Portnoy ripoff. And then some unnecessary double bass. And then we got another tempo change. This section could be in a 4 Year Strong song, so I just put pop punk with 4 Year Strong underlings in it. And then this is just a chop section. I'm gonna work on a couple improv sections for this just to make it free flowing. And that is it for this song. Alright, I'm back at the studio on Tuesday morning. I spent the rest of my evening running through, just listening to everything I filmed yesterday. I was noticing there was some mistriggering in the things that I was recording. I found a video from this YouTuber named Eugene. Explained that it's important to tilt up the side of the trigger on the foot blasters to make them a little less responsive for when you dig your foot in, which I tend to do with gallops. So I'm gonna try that out, see if that helps, and run through the songs again 2 or 3 more times. Groove. And then we go into the slam. And then this was a part I always messed up, so I put parentheses 1 and then the hit, because it's on the and of 1. 1 and. Syncopated D. We've got chugs, chug, 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 chug. And then it's just me and the bass holding it down, doing the thing. That's cool. That's a cool section. And then I just put rip it. And then we got some toms and shit. Alright, I'm done with my Wednesday rehearsal. I feel pretty good. Want to work on those opening fills for the first 2 songs tomorrow before I pack everything up, go teach, play a gig, sleep maybe, and then go to the airport. Alright, I just packed everything up. I didn't have time to run through the songs today, but let me show you what I'm bringing. My trick pedals with my lowboy beaters on them. I love these things. And I also got my my foot blasters installed down here on both these pedals. I got my Veratim shoes. I'm bringing this little mixer for backing track clicks, extra battery, and my TM2 crap load of Vic Firth. I use the Rock model sticks. Gotta put all my drums back from the gig tonight. Made it to the airport. I'm really tired. Texas now. Had a pretty solid day, man. I only slept for an hour, but rehearsal today went really well. The drum set I'm playing on is pretty solid. It's like a pretty nice Mapex kit with a DW snare. We play tomorrow at 10:15, so tomorrow will be the last rehearsal and then the show finally. Excited to play it. Okay, this song is called The Horror, and that's because that's what it is. It's really hard. Starts out 215 BPM, right? And then here I wrote 16ths because I wanted to match the guitar part that's doing the digga. That's really hard to do. How do you that part? Matching the guitar parts, right? And then going into Blast City. Another one of my favorite parts in the whole record. I just wrote Slammer because that's what it is. This part hits pretty hard. That's a pretty sick riff. Going from triplet bass to 16th note. This part I just have a straight up exclamation part that's not on the grid. I moved it back. The reason I did that is because this part just needed so much information that I just had to straight up learn it, and I just marked it as like a spot to practice. 5/8 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even I knew, just blast.
Obvious point.
And then we have a tempo change, a drastic tempo change, going from 215 to 136. Solo groovy shit. Double bass. Slow down by 5 BPM. Then the end section would go down to 188. And then at the end we speed back up to 210.
Let's rock!
We heard you wanted country, so we delivered. It's called Horror VACUI. It's probably our slowest song we've got. Thank you guys. Thank you, NoodleFest3, Adversity Breeds Malice.
It's 2:24 a.m. I gotta be at the airport in like 3.5 hours. I thought the show went really well tonight. The scene down here is so cool. One of the things that really crept up on me was it was really cold, actually. So it took me like a song to warm up. You can see in a couple of videos of just like doing the blast, I had to just do my wrist because my fingers were not willing to cooperate with the cold. Next big thing is NAMM. So next week I fly to LA to do NAMM and to play a show at El Cid, downtown LA. Yeah, thanks for checking this out. Hope it was rather informative. And yeah, I'll see you guys at NAMM.